continue with the chemistry chapter, naming of the organic compounds. What is the continuation number? So 11th compound today, CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH3. You must write the name of this compound. Okay. So how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons means but. Double bond is present. So it is ene. Now you have to mention the position of the double bond. So for mentioning the position, you have to number from this side and you have to number from this side. If you number from this side, the double bond is attached to the first carbon. If you number from this side, the double bond is attached to the third carbon. So always we should take the least number. So the name is but 1 ene. Okay. Next one. CH3, CH double bond CH, CH2, CH3. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbons means prefix is pent. Double bond is present, so ene. Now you have to mention the position of the double bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So when you number from this side, the double bond is getting the number 2. When you number from this side, the double bond is getting the number 3. Always you should take the least number. So the name is pent 2 ene. Okay. Now the next one, CH3, C triple bond CH. What is the name of this? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons means pro. Triple bond means ine. Okay. And you have to mention the position. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. When you number from this side, the triple bond is getting the number 2. When you number from that side, it is getting the number 1. Always take the least number. So it is pro 1 ine. Okay. So the next one, CH3, CH2, C triple bond CH. For 14th and 15th one, you write the names. CH3, C triple bond C, CH3. So watching the video, you pause the video and write the names. So you will be getting but 1 ine and but 2 ine. Don't call it as but, it is but. Okay, but means it is a bad word. Okay, the next one. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2OH. What is the name of this compound? How many carbons are there? How many carbons are there? 4 carbons. 4 carbons means it is but. All are single bonds. Single bond means it is ene. But alcohol group is present, so instead of E, you should write OL. Now what is the position? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you number from this side, the alcohol group is attached to the 4th carbon. When you number from this side, it is attached to the 1st carbon. So always you should take the least number. So it is butane 1 all. Okay. So the next one, CH3, CH, CH2, CH3, OH. What is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons means it is but. All are single bonds. Single bond means it is ane, but alcohol group is present. So instead of E, you should write all. Now for you have to mention the position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you number from this side, you are getting the number 2. When you number from this side, you are getting the number 3. Always take the least number. So it is butane 2 all. Okay, next 18th one. CH2, CH2, OH, OH. What is the name of this compound? So how many carbons are there? 2 carbons. 2 carbons means it is eth. Single bond means ane. Okay, but alcohol group is present, so you should not put this E. So ethane. One alcohol group means you will be adding one all. How many alcohol groups are present? 2. So 2 means you should add diol. 3 alcohol groups means you should add triol. So 2 alcohol groups are present, so you should be adding diol, ethane diol. Now you have to mention the position. So first position and second position. When you number from this side also, you will get 1 and 2 only. So ethane 1, 2 diol. Between the numbers you should put comma. Between the word and the number you should put hyphen. Ethane 1, 2 diol. Next. CH2 OH, CHOH, CH3. So இதுக்கு number பண்ணுங்க. 3 carbons, so it is pro. Okay, single bond, so ane. So alcohol group means E you should not put. Okay, so 2 alcohol groups are there, so it is diol. Okay, and positions 1, 2, 3, and number from this side 1, 2, 3. When you number from this side, this alcohol group is getting the number 1. This alcohol group is getting the number 2. When you number from this side, it is getting the number 2 and this is getting the number 3. You should check which pair is having the least number. Which pair is having the least number? This one. So you should take 1, 2. So 1, 2 diol. Prop 1, 2 diol. Okay. Next one. So the next things and all you are going to learn new. Okay. 20th one. CH3O CH3. CH3O CH3. This is ROR. Okay. This functional group is called ether functional group. Okay, what is the functional group? Ether. Ether means only oxygen will be there in the functional group. So this is an ether functional group. So if you get a ether functional group, how you should name? That we have to see. Okay. So first this is the oxygen. You see the left hand side of the oxygen. In left hand side of the oxygen, how many carbons are there? 1 carbon. So 1 carbon means it is meat. Okay. For ether group, oxygen is present. So you have to add the suffix oxy. So meat, oxy. Remaining, how many carbons are there? 1 carbon. So meat. Then single bond is present. So ane. So what is the name of this compound? Methoxymethane. Okay, methoxymethane. Can you tell me the name for this one? First, before the oxygen, how many carbons are there? 2 carbons are there. 2 carbons means eth. For ether, it is oxy. ethoxy, and this side 2 carbons. So E single bond, so A. So ethoxy ethane. Suppose if you get the question like this, CH3O CH2 CH3. If you get the question like this, how will you name this? So before oxygen, how many carbons are there? 1 carbon. So it is me. Oxygen means oxy, and after the oxygen 2 carbons. So E single bond A. So methoxy ethane. Understood how to name this? Yes. Now the next one. CH3, CH2, CHO. What is the name of this compound? How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons means it is pro. Single bond, so ane. But aldehyde group is present. For aldehyde group, the suffix is Al. So instead of this E, you should write Al. So it is propanol. Okay, propanol. Okay. Al you should pronounce it as al, and Ol you should pronounce it as all. Okay. Next one. Next, HCHO. What is the name of this one? How many carbons are there? 1. So 1 means me. Single bond. So ane. CHO aldehyde group. So it is Al. So it is methanol. Okay. So the next one. CH3, CO, CH3. CO is what functional group? Ketone functional group. So ketone functional group means what is the suffix you have to add? On. It is not one, it is on. Ketone. So you should pronounce it as on. Okay. How many carbons are there?
3.
How many carbons are there?
3.
3 carbons. So 3 carbons means it is pro. Single bond means it is ane, alkane. Okay. So it is a ketone group. So instead of this E, you should write the suffix on. So what is the name? Propanone. Okay. So the next one, CH3, CH2, CO, CH2, CH3. What will be the name of this compound? How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In ketone group also there is 1 carbon, that also you should count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means it is pent. All are single bond. Single bond means ane. Okay. And ketone group means it is on, pentanone. But you have to mention the position of the ketone group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in whichever way you number, the ketone group is always getting the number 3. So the name is 3-pentanone, or you can write it as pentan 3-one. Like this also you can write. Okay. Here also you can write the number. So it can be 2-propanone. Okay. So 27th one, CH3, CO, CH2, CH3. How will you name this? How many carbons are there? 4 carbons. So 4 carbons means bute, single bond means ane. So ketone group is present, so on. So what will be the position? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you number from this side, ketone group is getting the number 2. When you number from that side, it is getting the number 3. So always you should take the least number 2. So the name is butan 2-O. Or you can write it as 2-butanone. Very good, Aditya. The next one, CH3, CH2, COOH. Now what functional group is present here? COOH. What functional group? Carboxylic acid. Very good. So carboxylic acid means the suffix is oic acid. Okay. Now carboxylic acid, carbon also you should count. So 1, 2, 3. 3 means pro. Single bond means ane. But since carboxylic acid is present, instead of the E you should write oic acid. So it is propanoic acid. Understood? Now for a change, I will give the name. Can you write the formula? Butanoic acid. If they give the name, how will you write the formula? But means how many carbons you should put? 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ane means you should put all single bonds. Oic acid means one carbon will become COOH. Remaining you have to fill it with hydrogen. Always carbon should have 4 bonds. This carbon is already having 1 bond. So remaining for 3 bonds you should put 3 hydrogens. This carbon already it is having 2 bonds. So for remaining 2 bonds you should put 2 hydrogens. Here also you will get H2. So what is the formula for butanoic acid? CH3, CH2, CH2, COOH. Understood? Now the next question 30. CH3NH2. NH2 is what functional group? I told you yesterday. NH2 is amine functional group. Amine functional group means the suffix also you should write the word amine. Okay. Now how many carbons are there? 1 carbon. 1 carbon means it is me. Single bond is present. So A. But since it is an amine group, instead of this E, you should write the suffix amine. So what is the name of this compound? Methanamine. Okay. What is the name? Methanamine. So what will be the name of this compound? CH3, CH2, NH2. What will be the name?
Ethanamine.
Yes. 2 carbons. So E. Single bond. So A. And amine group. So amine. So the name is ethanamine. Next 32nd example. More than 30 examples I am doing. So in the test if anybody makes mistake, that's all. What will be the name structure for propanamine?
CH3, CH2.
Prop means how many carbons? 3 carbons. So ane means single bond. Amine means one NH2 group you should add. Remaining you fill with hydrogen. Here 3 hydrogens. Here how many hydrogens? 2. Here 2. So what will be the formula? CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. So this is the formula for propanamine. Next question number 33. CH3, CH2, CH2, COCl. What is the functional group here?
CO2.
COOH means it is carboxylic acid. Okay. COCl means I told you yesterday while writing the tabular column, it is acid chloride functional group. What is the functional group? Acid chloride functional group. If it is acid chloride functional group, what is the suffix you have to add? You have to add OYL chloride. What is the suffix you have to add? OYL chloride. Oil chloride. Okay. So if you have forgotten, you turn your pages and see the tabular column. So now how many carbons are there? The carbon which is present in the functional group, that also you have to count. Okay. So Cl is having 1 C. Don't count that as carbon. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon means it is but. All are single bond. So in butane. Okay. And what is the suffix I have to add? Oil chloride. So what is the name of this compound? Butanoyl chloride. In the next lesson and all, simply they will give in words. Write the reaction between butanoyl chloride and phenol. Like that they will give. So butanoyl chloride means you should know the name. Okay, butanoyl chloride. Okay, next. CH3, CH2, COO, CH3. COO, what is this functional group? In last year, esterification reaction you would have studied. So what is this functional group? Ester functional group. Ester functional group means what is the suffix or prefix you have to add? See the tabular column. Alkyl, then one name will come, then OH. Yes or no? Alkyl, then one name will come, then OH. This is the naming you have to do. Okay. So, which is the least number of carbon? That one you should write it as alkyl. Now you take this ester group. Where is this ester group present? Here. This ester group is present. This side how many carbons are there? 2 carbons. This side how many carbons are there? 1 carbon. So the least number of carbons you have to take it as alkyl. Least number of carbon you have to take it as alkyl. So how many carbon is there? 1. How many carbon is there? 1. So 1 means it is meth. Then YL you have to add. So methyl. So least number of carbon is 1. So 1 means meth. So it is methyl. So remaining how many carbons are there? 3. So 3 means pro. Single bond means A. Propan. Then you should add this OH. So what is the name of this compound? Methyl propanoate. Methyl propanoate. Understood? Next. CH3COO. CH3. How will you name this one? Both the side, this is the ester group. Both the side we are having only 1 carbon. So anything you can take it as alkyl. So 1 carbon means it is meth, YL. Then remaining it is 2 carbons. 2 carbons means E. Single bond means A and OH. Methyl ethanoate. Methyl ethanoate is the name of this ester. So understood how to name ester, how to name acid chlorides? Yes? Next. So next one there. Question number 36. Question number 36. CH3 COO CO CH3 COO CO இதுதான் வந்து ஃபங்க்ஷனல் குரூப். குக்கு அப்படின்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. ஓகேவா? COO CO COO CO வந்து it is acid anhydride functional group. What is this functional group? Acid anhydride functional group. The structure is C double bond O, O, C double bond O. This is the structure of this functional group. So how we can write this molecule? CH3, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, CH3. This is the shape of the molecule. Okay. Acid anhydride. So acid means what is the suffix you will be adding? Oic acid. Okay. Since it is acid anhydride, you should be adding the suffix oic anhydride. What is the suffix you should be adding? Oic anhydride. Okay. Oic anhydride. Okay, but while counting, how you have to count is you have to divide it into 2. Okay, and you should not count the carbons which are present in the functional group. Usually aldehyde group means CHO, acid group means COOH, like that. You will be counting the carbon which is present in the functional group also. But for this you should not count the carbon which is present in the functional group. Remaining how many carbons are there? 2 carbons. So 2 carbons means it is E. Single bond means A. Instead of this E, what is the suffix you have to write? Ethanoic anhydride. What is the name of this compound? Ethanoic anhydride. But this and all, mostly they will not ask in the exam. Okay. So next 37. What will be the name of this compound? Tell me. CH3, CH2, 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 NH2. What will be the name of this compound?
Bute.
1, 2, 3, 4. Bute. Single bond. So, ane. NH2 means amine group. So, it is butanamine. Okay. Next. CH3, CH2, CH2, CN. What is CN functional group? I already told you in the tabular column. It is nitrile functional group. It is nitrile functional group. So what is the suffix you have to add for this? The suffix you have to add is nitrile. So how many carbons are there for this? You should count the carbon which is present in the functional group also. How many carbons are there? 4. So bute, single bond. So ane. But what is the difference is, usually you will be rubbing this E and you will be adding the suffix. Yes or no? For nitrile, you should include this E and then only you should write the suffix. So it is butane nitrile. What is the name of this compound? Butane nitrile. So what will be the name of this compound? CH3CN. 2 carbons. 2 carbons means it is ethane nitrile. Ethane nitrile. Okay. The next one. So next question number 40. The last question, CH3, last question for today's class. Okay, CH3, CH2, 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 NO2. What is the functional group here? It is nitro group. Nitro is the functional group. For nitro group, you have to add the prefix. You should not add the suffix, you should add the prefix. Okay, the prefix is nitro. What is the prefix? Nitro is the prefix. Okay, so since nitro group is present, prefix will be nitro. First you have to write nitro. Then remaining how many carbons are there? 4 carbons. 4 carbons means bute. Single bond means ane. So what is the name of this compound? Nitrobutane. You can write the position if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is the first position. 1 nitrobutane. So tomorrow, still more bigger molecules we will study the naming.